Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to crack a Wi-Fi password. Now a couple requirements. For one, we are going to be using Kali Linux. We are also going to need a large dictionary file. And we're going to need a Wi-Fi card that supports monitor mode. Now, about the dictionary. The way this attack works, it's going to run through every password in this list. If the password is in there, it'll let you know. If it's not, then this attack is not going to work, so it's important to have a really large dictionary. The bigger the dictionary, the longer the attack takes. My advice would be to get a dictionary that has the top however many common Wi-Fi passwords. To get an idea of how long this takes, I have a dictionary with 2 billion words, and it takes me about 3 hours to go through every single word. It might not take the full 3 hours because it might find the password halfway through. But just in case, know that this can take a while. But then again, 2 billion words is a lot of words. Yours is probably going to be a lot less than that. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do, we're going to open up Terminal. We're going to run a command ifconfig. This is going to show you all the Wi-Fi devices on your network. All the ones starting with W are Wi-Fi, the rest are just other things like Ethernet and loopback. For my device, I only have one Wi-Fi card plugged in, so it's WLAN 0. If you have more than one, they will show up below this, and they will have a 1 or a 2 or a 3 behind them. The next thing we're going to do is close all of the programs that are currently controlling our Wi-Fi. We need to have full control over it, so we can't have other programs trying to tell it what to do. So to do that, we're just going to run airmon-ng check kill. Basically, it's checking for all the programs that are using it, and it's killing them, which is basically just like turning them off. Next, we need to run airmon-ng start, and the name of whatever your Wi-Fi interface was. Mine is WLAN 0. This is going to start monitor mode on your Wi-Fi card, which basically makes it to where it can pick up all the packets around it, even the ones that aren't connected to your network. So now that that thing is monitoring traffic, we need to run a command called Wi-Fi. This is a really simple program for cracking Wi-Fi. I'm just going to open this up to show you what it's like. As you can see, it's automatically picked up your Wi-Fi card, and now it's scanning for networks. It's going to show a list of networks, and you just choose the one you want to attack, and it does the rest for you. Now, before we do that, I'm going to hit Control-C, and Control-C again, and we're just going to restart. This time, we're going to type in Wi-Fi, but we're going to add a few things after it. We're going to add tac strip, tac aircrack, tac dict, and this is going to be the name of your word list. Mine is just word list, tac crack, and tac WPA. Brief explanation here. The strip basically gets rid of all the data you don't actually need. You'll understand that if you watch my next video over the aircrack suite, but basically it's just going to trim down the file size. Aircrack is just going to double check and make sure that everything worked correctly. Dictionary is going to tell it where your password list is, and that's the name of our list. Crack tells it to go ahead and try to guess the password. WPA tells it to only choose WPA type Wi-Fi networks. Of course, you could also use WEP if they're using that, but that is a really old technology, and not very many Wi-Fi addresses use that around where I'm at. There's also WPS, which I'll go over in a later video. For now, we're just going to be using WPA. So go ahead and press enter. As you can see, this is slowly picking up all the Wi-Fi networks around you. If it does not pick up the network you're looking for, you can either wait, because if it's far away, it might take longer for it to pick up beacons, or you can try to get closer to the device. The closer you are to this device, the more chance that this attack is actually going to run. So if you notice here, you have these red and it's yellow up here, but it's all these numbers and dB. That stands for decibel. That's basically how much signal strength you have. Now, for most of these to work, around 40 is where you're going to start working. I have used it on devices that are less than 40, but it could take time and it might not work. Now, the device we are going to be attacking is this second one here, Belkin.23e. Now, since this is like 2 feet behind me, we have a really strong connection here. So let's go ahead and press Control-C. And what number is that? That is number 1, 2, 3. Number 3. So we're just going to type in 3. Now this is going to start the attack. Now, for this attack to work, there has to be a device on the network. I have already connected my laptop, as you can see. So now it is going to try to capture the handshake. Alright, that was fast. So let me explain what just happened here. Of course, there's the Wi-Fi password if you're wanting that. Just Fallen Archangel. This is going to start scanning whatever network you choose and looking for devices. As you can see right here, it found one device. This is my laptop. What it does, it kicks that device offline. See, it kicked it offline 5 times. And whenever that device reconnects to the network, it records it. That way it knows how that device connected to the network. And then using that, we can go through that password list and try every single password on there until one of them works. The one that worked in this case was Fallen Archangel, meaning that's the password. One thing to note here, yes, this was really, really fast, but that's because my word list only had 3 words in it. One last thing, if you look here in your home folder, you're going to find a file called HS. If for some reason the password was not in your word list, you can use this here, and this is going to be your handshake file. You might not understand what this is if this is your first video watching, but if you watch my other videos showing how to crack with, I don't know, OCL Hashcat or Pirate, you'll be able to use this to crack the password without having to be near it or having to go through all of this over again. Also, there is a file here called cracked.csv. Say you're running this attack on more than one network, this file is going to keep a list of all the network names and their passwords, that way if you forget, you can go back and look at it. As you can see here, here's the MAC address of this network. It was running WPA security. Here's the name of the password, and here's the actual password itself. And this is whether or not it's running WPS. Basically, you're just going to be interested in these last 2. The name and the password. Now, I kind of made this video in a rush, so if I missed anything or something's not very clear, please point it out and I'll be sure to address that.